Oh, fish on,
yeah.
on the drop. They're right on the bottom. Well, good evening and welcome back to another fishing adventure. Tonight it's a little bit different. I've come out to one of our north coast piers to fish lures into the lights where at the moment there is millions of bait fish. Now I'm pretty sure what they are sardines. The little scales actually fall off them when you handle them. I'm not too sure, but there are so many of them situated under the lights, and my thinking is there has to be a predator sitting underneath them. So I've come out with one of my light little spinning rods, 10 to 30 gram, just a little metal underneath it, and all I'm going to do is just chuck that and just flick it, literally teabag it under the lights, flick, 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 and see if there is anything underneath there that's wanting a lure. Right, so before I actually get into this, let me just show you what I'm going to use. This is a small little metal, as you can see here. I've got a numerous amount of these in my tackle box, varying from sizes from like 10 gram to 30 gram. Different shapes and sizes as well. Some of them are flat, as you can see, and that will make it shimmer and float. Because of the surface area of the lure hitting the water, it will kind of swing in the water when it drops. And because these bait fish have loads of scales that fall off, I just want to imitate that kind of shimmer as it falls and drops. I also have some different ones, different shapes, like so, and this is more of a kind of slug. It's longer and thinner, it doesn't have that surface area, and this one is going to just sink really quickly. But the more that I jig my rod, it's going to dart around. A little bit different to the flat surface, which is going to do this. This one is going to just drop straight down, and when I put it up, that's when it's going to do its shimmer. I'm going to start off with just a little metal, literally just a little metal. I'm just going to flick it around and just see if we can pull something out the bag here. I'm just using just a light spinning rod. I would have preferred to use something a little bit lighter, to be honest, but I guess you just don't know, do you? Oh my god, there's thousands of bait fish around here. Everywhere. I wonder if we can hook one. That rain's coming down. I have got the waterproofs on tonight, and what I'm hoping is if I can catch some fish, just some baits, put in my freezer. But the real question is, if there's bait fish in here late at night, surely there's got to be a bass around. Got a fish. There you go. Didn't take long. Don't know what this is. Oh, it's fighting away. And all I've been doing is just whipping this around. And I've got our first fish. And it's a bass. It's actually a bass. Look at that. It's only small. It goes to show, like I was saying a minute ago, if there is anything around, just taking on that little metal. Let me just turn my light down a bit. There you go. Little bass just taking on that metal. There's so many bait fish down there. It's unbelievable. Just a tiny little metal. Something always a little bit different, eh? It's nice just to mix it up. Don't get me wrong, it's not a record breaker at all, but it's just taking that small little metal there and I'm just jigging it around. It's the proof in the pudding, isn't it? It's like I was just saying a minute ago, if there is bait fish around these areas where there is a light, usually means there's going to be a predator around, and there you go. Again, wasn't a big fish, but to be honest, it's the middle of February. I just wanted to come out and just, you know, have a little bit of fun.
It was your first 50. You got a 55? Yeah, man. Nice.
There we go. That's a bass, mate, I'll tell you that.
That's a bass.
Yeah, the one before was a bass.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I still think the other one was
It was a bass, 100%. 100%.
No, because of the vibration on the tape, you vibrate too much to be a bass.
Just a bass.
Lovely to see, eh?
Yeah, they'll be down there munching all the... He felt heavier because he was hooked in the side, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I've just come out of the wind, ducked out, just to let you know how the fishing's kind of going. It's been a little tough to start off with. I was fishing solo, then a couple of guys come down, they're having a little bit of fun as well. One of them's fishing jigs, just caught a really nice cuttlefish. And I've just had a couple of bass, as you've probably seen. Now, I have been predominantly fishing with the slug to start off with, but I am going to move over to the actual flat bladed lure so it can sink and give a little bit more. I'm getting lots of hits, especially on the drop, and I think that's where my lure is just actually falling through the sardine shoal. Most of the better bites that I've actually had on the lure have actually been right down on the bottom, so I'm thinking the bass are moving in and around. Even though they're not too big, there might be a big one in there, you just never know.
Might be the growlers. Yeah. Growlers, small snipe as well.
They're bubbling up, eh? They've got to be bass underneath them. Fish on. Bass again, I reckon.
It's a bass? Yeah. No, it's not.
Mate, it could be a mackerel. Nah, it's head shaking. I just changed over to a small little metal. It's a bass. I just changed over to a little metal that flutters a bit more. Hello, mate. It looks a bit bigger. Where's your line?
When he gets here, ask his name.
Huh?
When he gets up here, ask his name.
Bernard.
Oh, no, this one's slightly bigger.
He's slightly bigger, yeah.
It's slightly bigger, yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it is.
Much bigger.
This is the big brother.
They're right on the bottom.
Nice. Very beautiful. But it's February, put it back.
Yeah. Go on, face first. There you go.
I don't know why the sardines show up like in the middle of the summer.
Temperature of the water, maybe?
It must be.
It's got to be the temperature of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
that's a good fish. There you go, another one. They love that metal on the drop, eh? Right on the bottom, like you were saying.
he's one of the, they go like side to side, like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They must be right on the bottom, just feeding on the.
Yeah.
Feeding on them. Yeah, he's hooked on the side. That's why he feels much better. He's hooked on the side. That's why he felt a lot better. Sorry, mate. Oh, I think I've got another one of those. I foul hooked to sardine again. Oh, might get away of saying that's in the mouth, not. So this is probably what the bass are actually chasing. There's loads of these around. I don't know if anyone can identify that. We think it's a sardine. The scales are all coming off. As you can see, the scales are all over my hands, but I'm pretty sure that is what the bass are coming in here and eating.
But spear fishing, not like a.
Oh, something's just hit me on the drop there. I don't know what this is. This could be a mackerel. This is weird. It just hit me straight away. Could be another sardine, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is a mackerel. Is that a mackerel? Or is that a big sardine?
A big sardine, yeah.
That's a big sardine.
Yeah, it's a big.
There we go, there's another sardine. So like I was just saying, this is what I think the bass are in here eating. There's obviously a lot of smaller ones. This is probably the biggest one I've caught tonight. Just flicking a metal around. Lots of them are jumping and diving on the top, but if you could ID that for me, it looks like a little tarpon, but is that a sardine or a herring? Lots of the scales are coming off, the floor is full of them, but I'm pretty sure the bass are sitting around on the bottom, coming up and nailing these, and that's how I'm catching the bass as well on the drop.
There's so many little, I can do a lot, but it's so weird how you can fill them. Look.
Huh.
So many.
Oh, a fish on, on the drop. Didn't take long. Again, another fish. Probably a bass. Could be a mackerel.
I hope it's a mackerel.
No, it's another bass.
Another bass.
Another bass. They love that little metal. Get a little video of this one.
Nice.
So there's another bass, just to show you the little metal I'm using. I was using a different metal before, but this one's got more of a flutter. You can see how it's flat. So it's giving it a nice little floaty motion, and it's picked up most of the better fish. This one's not as big, obviously, it's a small schoolie, but again, it just shows you that how they're operating. They're waiting for the bait fish to kind of get close to the bottom, and then they're taking a big hit out of it. And there we go, we've got another fish. It's not bad for a wet February night. Cast where you want.
Yeah, it's alright.
Come on, you go, I'm not bothered. I'm not going to moan like some people do. Oh, I mean, there you go, something on the drop. Must be another bass.
Conger. It's a conger. Conger. A lobster. Crab.
Oh, it was a bass. Just a small bass. See the rod tip there just flicking away when those feathers are falling down to the bottom, just getting slammed. And you can also see all the bait fish in the background just coming up and erupting. Amazing to see at this time of the year. And it's not just the bass, the mackerel that are here. The size of some of these cuttlefish that have been caught as well, absolutely huge. They are here eating those things, and this one's actually got a bite out the back of its head, probably from this big cuttlefish. Absolutely massive, size of a rugby ball, that thing. But they're in here as well, eating, gorging. Little squid there, cheeky little squid. But yeah, these things won't hesitate in eating one of those as well. Well, fishing is going well. Just a little show of the lures that I've got today. I've just got a few small little metals, just varying in colours. It's always good to have a few with you, some that are a little bit too big. And the thing is, because we're only fishing in probably 20 foot of water, something too big like a 30 or 40 gram lure, the sink ratio is just going to fall too quickly. You want that whip and that spin and that flicker and that shimmy off the lights, everything to be in your advantage. So the smaller lure is working much better. So as I say, I do have lots of metals in here. It's a mess. All right, let's crack on.
Full of fish.
Gonna have a few more casts and probably. Oh no, I'm talking to myself. No, that's right. Don't you worry. No, it's all good, mate. Talking to myself. I'm gonna have a few more casts in this kind of area. What I'm doing, as you can probably just see there, I'm just letting my lure just flutter all the way down to the bottom, and then just jigging it. A lot of the time I can actually feel the sardines hitting my lure, but when I'm getting down to the bottom, that's where I kind of feel I'm having the best opportunity to catch a bass. And you know it because you get a nice hit or it goes slack, and where the bass has taken it and swum up, you get a bow kind of in your line. But as soon as you tighten up, that's when you're on them. I just can't believe how much bait is down there. So much. Just had a bite there, but I lost it. I'm fishing this lure as close to the bottom as I can. Come on! Oh, I just got hit there on the coming up. Oh, that's why I got hit coming up there, and it's just another little sardine. Do you want that? You want it?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Look, there's another one. Mini tarpon. Just taking on that little metal. I thought I had a better fish there, but I was obviously coming through a pack of them, you know. I've got something a bit bigger here. Probably another bass, but wow, look at that. Did you see that? All the fish just started exploding. There's another bass. Just taking on that little metal that I've been using a lot. There we go. Again, I'm not doing this to keep because we're outside of the take time at the moment, but this is great sport. Obviously that is not big enough to be keeping at all, but there you go, just on that little metal again. It's just so much fun. I am really hoping for a mackerel. The guys have been seeing some very large mackerel around as well that have been feasting up on this bait ball. I'm wondering if I open his mouth if he'll have anything. Come on, mate, I want to put you back. Does he have anything in there? He got nothing in there, but again, look, another little bass. Probably one of the smaller ones I've had tonight, but just cannot go wrong. It's epic sport for this time of the year.
You know, take the feathers.
Well, how much of a fun session was that? It's February, it's cold, it's wet, it's drizzly. The waterproofs came into good practice tonight. But what a super fun little session that was. Something a little bit different to the normal bass fishing that I usually do with bigger soft plastics and hard lures. But it was just about being in the right place at the right time. Finding where those bait fish are, which they are on most of our north coast piers at the moment. But especially finding that light and just using the right size lure to imitate what the predators are actually feeding on. Top lure of the night was this little thing. As I was saying before, little purple and blue spinnerbait. This might give you a different kind of opportunity to go out fishing late at night, especially in these colder months. I enjoyed myself, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and as I say, it's nice just to get out, have some fun on some smaller lures and catch more fish, because sometimes it's about tuning down to something smaller to having more fun. But I'll leave you with that thought of going smaller, tuning in to the smaller lure to catch more fish, because how fun has that been? I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy.